All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get up into a stand. Get some standing structure for me if you don't mind. So we've got some softness in the knees, ribs down in, abs on, over the glute squeeze. And all I want to do here initially is kind of up and open, and we'll plank. So I'm starting off in front, transitioning the legs now, and I'm opening up as far as I can off to my side. So there's a little bit of balance involved in this, obviously, too. Again, really staying tight here, still maintaining my structure on my base leg. Ooh, not good. We'll go 5, and then we're going to add some Mace movement to this in a sec. Really fight for as much hip flexion as you can get out of this. And one more each way here. Yeah, and still think structure, structure, structure to help you maintain your stability on this. All right, so let's go ahead and add the Mace in right away, if you don't mind. So we've done the sun rising flow many, many times before. It's really a good complement to what we just did, or really rather, the mobility drill we just did is a good complement to this flow. So I'm just going to give you like one round facing you so you can see the Mace piece of it, and then I'll give you my back, which I know is preferable typically. So I got my vertical Mace. This is the one where we, quote, block out the sun. So that bottom hand comes off and I slide up the Mace, and then I sit that Mace right there in the crook of my elbow, and I just got a nice closed fist. So I'm off there. And if you look at me from the side, my arm's at about a 45-degree angle. So I'm not all the way back there at 90. I'm a little bit out in front, and that's far more comfortable. The Mace movement works like this. Glove goes down, and we grip, and right now both hands are thumbs down. The top hand comes off, we reconnect, and we're back to where we began. So let's do that. We have our side lunge and our dragon lunge with it, and we're going to try to get into that same high, like open hip, as we transition in each direction. So I'm going to lead in here with my left arm coming off, which then means I'm going to go high, and I'm going to go into my dragon lunge, and I'm going to end up in my side lunge to my right. So let's go right now. Left hand coming off, block out that sun, establish that challenge with your weight shift. High knee, way open. Connect in that dragon. Knees goes vertical here as we're still connected to the ground. Back to the high balance position and into our side lunge. Go 3 that way. On number 3, if you don't need the long pauses and all the landmarks, don't, and try to be more fluid with the transitions. Go right to the other side now. So right hand to the bottom, and that's the one coming off. Block out that sun. Establish the shallow end in the weight shift. High balanced. Into that dragon. Vertical Mace here. Back to the high balance hold. Back to our side lunge. 2 more going to the right. And last one coming. All right. So let's just work on our landmarks quickly, which is just where the Mace is in space relative to our bodies, because we're going to do some new stuff with that in a minute. So we got to be able to talk where the landmarks are first. So let's go palm up globe, palm down tail. Here's our landmark 2. So from landmark 2, it doesn't matter which side you're on right now for the record. I want to go to cross body bottom, which means the globe's in front of the hip, to landmark 2, cross body top. We're going to transition with our prayer hand switch, cross body top, landmark 2, bottom. Let's hit all the landmarks one more time the other way. 2, cross body top, prayer hands, cross body top, 2, finally cross body bottom. Now, we can do this holding the mace as we had been, or we can hold the mace with one hand. So I want to hold the mace with one hand as we do this now for a real particular reason. So here's our deal. Right now, I'm in my warrior, and I have my right hand at the bottom. That part doesn't matter so much, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the bottom hand off, grip with the thumbs down grip like we're going to throw an uppercut. Don't be afraid to leave this hand on to guide. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the globe to cross body top, to landmark 2, to cross body bottom. We're still going all the way around the horn here, to the other cross body bottom. And finally, we can kind of come up and take it out to our side. And you can see it's vertical here now. There you go. Let's come on back. Let's do it again. We're going to use that as a transition to get to uppercuts, just so you know like where we're going with this today. So why don't we do the same thing we just did, the same side, so there's no confusion, get comfortable with it. Thumbs down grip. So we're going to basically just make a big circle. Here's my cross body top, my landmark 2, my cross body bottom. I cross my midline, 2, and then when I get to right around here, I got to turn a little bit and bring it out to my side again. There's my vertical but upside down mace. Let's do it one more time on this side, then we'll switch. So same exact story one more time. See, if, I'm not saying go fast, but don't pause at all the landmarks. Let's just go for it here. Good. And not today. You had it a minute ago there, John. So not today, but what we eventually could do is do some stuff where we would move the mace in different manners out there. Today's not that day for the record. So now let's go with the opposite hand, okay? So thumbs down grip. I'm going to go slow. Cross body top. Landmark 2. Cross body bottom. All the way across the body. Basically here. Now I'm going to open and take it to my side. Yep, that's it. And if this is my left arm, I'm right now face to my left, as you can see. Let's go right back to it one more time here. So, left hand for me, cross body top, landmark 2, cross body bottom on the other side. There we go. One more time. Don't go as slow as you do it. Still try to like pass through those landmarks. Just don't need to pause at them. Got it? And if you look, you know, I got like a elbow bent to about 90. It's tight to my body. It's fixed so I have good control. And again, the place we're going to go from here is real simple. We're going to take this other hand on, and then we're set up for uppercuts. Just so that's kind of like the transition that we're going to be using. So let's do this. Let's actually just start off with some pendulum lunge uppercuts. Let's hit 10 per side to get that pattern down. And then we're going to add in the other piece. So here we go. Now you don't have to worry about hand transitions or anything like that. We're just going to grip. Palm down, palm down. Mace is going to go on that right hip. So 10 of the cycle. Left leg's the mover. We're landing the uppercuts on the forward lunge. I'm not reviewing uppercuts because you will know them very well. So here we go. Mace is on that right hip. Left leg forward lunge. When I land my forward lunge, I land my uppercut. 10 consecutive. You don't have to go fast per se. Make sure you're crushing that mace throughout the process. You got your ribs down in, abs on the entire way. Spread the earth in all those lunges. There we are at 10. All right, transition. Mace sits on that left hip now. My right leg becomes the mover. And landing the uppercut as you land your forward lunge. Crushing the mace throughout. Ribs down in, abs on. Whatever depth you're comfortable with on these lunges, of course. All right, legs should be lit up a little bit. Really quick sip of water if anybody wants one. All right, so let's just work on that mace moving out to the side, taking that into our pendulum lunge uppercut. All right, so here's what this is going to look like, just from like a hands perspective. And we're back to the beginning. Do we need to review that hand transition piece anymore? Are we okay?
Yes, I have trouble when we get out to the side.
Okay, so let's do it a couple more times then quick. Now, do you need to see the front of me, or you think the back of me is okay on this?
I think the back is okay.
Okay, so let's do it. So I'm going to go with my left hand as the moving hand here. So let's get into warrior. Left hand comes off, thumbs down grip. Globe is left and going down. Around, transitioning to my right hip. And then I open up to the left. And then right here is where we just would really put this other hand on. And now you're ready for uppercuts. So let's do that one more time together, but then let's do the pendulum lunge uppercut.
Okay.
So left hand coming off again. Thumbs down. Globe in front of my left shoulder. Left hip. Transitioning to right hip. I'm bringing it open. So now let's go right to it. Right hand's going to attach. Right leg reverse lunge. Right leg forward lunge, pendulum lunge uppercut. Come right back to where you started. And if you look, you don't have to take your hands off. We're already in the right spot. So let's go it again. Shoulder with the globe. Landmark 2. Left hip. Right hand comes off. We're out to the side. Reconnect that right hand. Right leg reverse lunge. Right leg forward lunge in the pendulum. Come right back. Don't even take the hands off. Left hand leading the way again. Globe. Left shoulder. Landmark 2. Left hip. Right hip. Out to our side. Right hand reconnects. Pendulum lunge uppercut. Let's go there one last time for 5. Down and around. Right hand comes off so we can get out to that left side. Right hand reconnects. Forward lunge uppercut. Good. Let's switch now. Right hand's going to come off with a thumbs down grip. So I'm going to go off to my right, making the circle. Right shoulder. Landmark 2. Right hip. Midline. Left hip. We're going to bring it out to our side. And assuming you're there right now, take that left hand on. Left leg reverse lunge. Left leg forward lunge into the uppercut. Leave the hands there. Just step back because you're already set up. Right hand. Globe goes right. Down and around. Gets that left hip. Left hand comes off. Here we are. Reattach left hand. Go 3 more times here. 2 more times. Last one. I'm gonna go a little quicker pace here. All right. How did everybody do with the repetition there? Did it come together ultimately? Cheyenne, you're okay? Pat, did it come together for you?
I mean, some of them did, but then I get lost.
Okay.
And I get lost where you're bringing it behind.
Got it. So the bottom line is, that's it. So if you go down here or anything like that, it gets funky. That's your end game on the side of your hip.
Okay.
And then, Jean, how are you on that? Were you okay? Mixed? Okay. All right. So unfortunately, I am going to try to keep that in for a little bit more, just to kind of warn you. All right. So here's our plan here now. Let's do what we just did. And then there's a transition that we've used many times before where we go from like a forward lunge uppercut into a side lunge. So real quick, let's work on that hand transition. So go ahead, throw me an uppercut if you don't mind. And look, now pivot and show me your mace. The easiest way to get into a traditional hold, right, would be the hand on the tail slides towards the tail, but glove goes up, and there I am. I'm repositioned. So let's do it again if you don't mind, quick. Uppercut here. Glove up, tail down, reconnect. Let's go from the other hip quick. Uppercut, glove up, tail down. Good. One more time. Uppercut, glove up, tail down. That's it. So here's the transition we're going to make. So we're going to pick it up from like a forward lunge uppercut, and then it's my left or my rear leg that I'm going to end up moving. So it'll look like this. So right now my right leg's behind me. I'm going to do that same hand transition as I take my right leg into a side lunge right. So, posterior view, here's the whole deal. I'm left leg reverse, left leg forward with my pendulum uppercut. It's that back right leg that I'm going to use to transition into my side lunge. Everybody with me on the idea? I'll take those as yeses. All right, so here's our plan now. So we're going to do a little back and forth just to warn you here. So out this way, we're going to do the whole mace moving out to our side, pendulum lunge uppercut, side lunge, and then just so we can kind of hop back and forth instead of walking to the middle of the room, we'll do a little hop switch in the middle. Hop switch so we're on the same page. Here's my side lunge off to my right. That would be like my path to getting across the room. So I'll lead the way here, obviously. Finally warm enough for the hood to come off. All right. So here's our plan of action. I'm a little bit off to the right purposely, so sorry, but that way you can still see me the whole way. We are going to be in warrior with the right hand at the bottom. So here's our plan of action. Right hand comes off, thumbs down. We are going to do that same mace transition, kind of hitting our landmarks, coming off to the side, and bang, there I am, right here, 90 at my elbow. Left hand's going to go on, left leg reverse lunge, to left leg forward lunge. The right leg will come up for my side lunge to my right. Hop switch to the left. Left hand's down at the bottom. Thumbs down. Down and around. We just switch sides here, obviously. Right hand's going to go on. Right leg is going to go back into reverse lunge. Left leg, which is my back leg, is going to be my side lunge leg. Right there. Hop switch. Keep them together. Right hand, bottom. Thumbs down, grip. Down and around. Make that circle to get the mace to that right hip. Left hand back on, left leg reverse lunge. To forward lunge. I'm running out of space. To a side lunge to the right. Into a hop switch. I gotta back up a little bit. Left hand coming off. Down, around, off to the hip. Right hand reconnects, right leg reverse lunge. Forward lunge with the uppercut. Left leg side lunge left. We'll hop switch, feet come together. Go one more time each way. Right hand, thumbs down. Off to that right hip. Left hand reconnects, left leg moves. Right leg side lunge right. To your hop switch. Left hand at the bottom, left hand comes off, thumbs down grip. Down and around. Right hand reconnects, right leg reverse lunge. The uppercut. The left leg, back leg, side lunge left. Again, we'll hop switch. I gotta back up. Let's go one more time around the horn here. Right hand coming off, thumbs down. Left hand reconnects, left leg reverse lunge. Forward lunge, uppercut. Right leg side lunge left. Hop switch. Left hand coming off. Thumbs down. Round and around. Left hip. Right hand reconnects. Right leg reverse lunge. Forward lunge uppercut. Side lunge left. Finally, hop switch and relax. So again, we're repping this thing out. Any more success there with that? All right, I got 2 out of 3. Sorry, Pat. Maybe when I see you next, we'll work on that a little bit individually. All right. So we're not going to work that hop switch all day long. We're going to put some other stuff in. So let's work on that other stuff right now. So what I'd like to work on is arrow to a chop. And here's the great news. In a minute, we're going to do that while we're balancing, but we're not going to start there. So you're going to have to see my hands, I think, initially to make this make sense. So here's our plan. I'm going to shoot an arrow. Now, we're also going to want to get into that chop position, but I got to chop back this way. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the mace vertical and switch those hands up. And then I'm able to chop down and across. That's it. So let's go one more time. So I'm going to go posterior view now. Arrow to my left. But now I need to get my left hand at the bottom, my right hand at the middle, so I can chop down and across. Do it 2 more times to the left. Arrow left. But again, now I need left hand bottom, right hand middle. Chop across. Let's go one more time. All right, switching up now. So let's go arrow to the right. So arrow right, and to get my chop going back to that right side, I need my right hand to go to the bottom, my left hand to go to the middle, and there's my chop across. Arrow right, right hand becomes the bottom, left hand becomes the mid, chop. Do 2 more like this, just the mace. Arrow right, chop right. 1 more. Arrow right, chop right. All right, so we're going to do just this piece of the puzzle. So this is the Tree King, which we've done before. Tree King is this guy. We're in a side lunge. We balance, and we shoot our arrow. Then normally on the way back, it's just this to get back. So here's what we're going to attempt to do together. I'm going to give you my back in a second. It's going to be side lunge to that Tree King. That transition we did, we chop back into the side lunge that we came from. And then to do it again, just have to slide this hand to the bottom of the globe, and the same thing on a loop. So let's shoot for 5 consecutively. Why don't we come out of side lunge right, which means arrow goes right, chop goes right. 5 in a row. The balance will be the challenge. If you just need to have a toe down for the stability, throw that in. That's absolutely okay. So here's our deal. Let's go side lunge right here. Push off the right leg. Arrow to the right. Vertical mace. Chop into that side lunge right. Get the hands back to the normal position. Right back to it. Here we go. Here we go. Just from a Mace handwork position, transition piece. Everybody good?
Yes.
Let's go the other way. 5. All right, so we're coming out of the side lunge left. So here we go. Side lunge left. Push off. Arrow left. Chop goes back to that left in our side lunge. Arrow left. Transition those hands. Chop left. All right. So here's our plan now. We're putting this whole thing together. So we started off with this out to the side, to pendulum uppercut, side lunge, and then we're going to go to that whole move, and that's going to be the whole flow. So we'll stick with it on one side. Because of my basement, I might have to kind of do the flow and kind of walk back. It's just the way my basement is set up with all the stuff around me. So bear with me. I'm going to have to walk back between the flows. Why don't we start off with the right hand coming off. So that bottoms up, getting it off to that right hip, which means left leg's going to initiate our movement here. So I want to go 5 right, 5 left, and then we'll see if we can piece it together where we can do a left to right. All right, so I'm in my warrior. Right hand comes off. Out to that right hand side again, 90 at that elbow. Left hand reconnects, left leg reverse lunge. Forward lunge into that uppercut. Right leg into our side lunge. Now here comes the new stuff we just did. We're going to shoot an arrow to the right. Transition that mace. Chop it back where you came from. I'm just going to back up. Right hand coming off. Down and around. Left leg mover, left hand connecting. Uppercut that forward lunge. Right leg side lunge. Push off. We'll balanced arrow action here. And then chop back into that side lunge you came from. Right hand coming off. Down and around. Left leg back. Forward lunge uppercut. Side lunge right. Little tree king. Chop back. Two more. Right hand. One more time. Let's transition sides. So now that left hand's gonna come off and be bottoms up. So left hand bottom in my warrior. Grip, down and around. Right leg back, right hand reconnects. Forward lunge uppercut. Left leg, side lunge left. Tree king. And then we chop back where we came from. Left hand coming off. Right leg reverse lunge, right hand reconnect. Forward lunge uppercut. Left leg side lunge left. Tree king. Transition to a chop back to side lunge. Left hand. Right leg. Forward lunge. Side lunge left. Tree king. Chop. One more coming. Left. Right leg. Uppercut it. Side lunge it. Tree king. Chop. All right. Grab a quick sip of water. We're going to go in a different direction here at the end. I'm just going to keep you moving. So when we get into this thing, we're going to go 2-3 minute clips, just to warn you. I'll go slow through it. We're doing a portion of this whole like Pat knows masterclass flow, which is the thing that you have to do at the very end of this certification. We're just going to do the first 3 pieces of it, and we're going to do it on a loop. Anybody need time? Are you okay? Okay. And today's been a little different. Today's been a little bit more like balance, really connecting with the mace, going slow. We're going to move a little quicker now for the remainder of our session, just to get a little like anaerobic burst in here. All right. Two 3-minute clips with a break in the middle, and our day's over. All right, just follow my lead. Nothing's real complicated. All the switches are literally just going to be ballistic switches, and that's all it is. So let's start off with the globe on the right. We're going to go right leg forward lunge to reverse lunge to a squat. So here we go. On that note, right leg forward lunge. Switch mace to right leg reverse lunge. Switch mace into a squat and out of the squat. Now my globe's to my left. Left leg forward lunge. Left leg reverse lunge. Switch your mace into the squat and out of the squat. Vertical mace. Left hand comes off. Thumbs down grip should be familiar. Right leg reverse lunge as you take your mace down to your hip. Forward lunge uppercut. Step back, switch hands. Right hand now comes off. Thumbs down grip. Left leg reverse lunge. Forward lunge uppercut. Come on back. Let's get the globe on the left. You're going to switch to globe right, right leg forward lunge. We're going to go right leg side lunge. Right leg dragon lunge. No arrows, nothing fancy. Come on back to center. Left leg, forward lunge. Get the globe left. Go for it. Side lunge left. Dragon lunge left. Back to the very beginning of the whole thing with the right leg forward lunge. So flip mace right, right leg forward. To right leg reverse. Switch into squat. Switch out of squat, left leg forward lunge. Left leg reverse lunge. Switch into squat. And out of squat, vertical mace. Left hand comes off, thumbs down grip. Right leg reverse lunge. Forward lunge, uppercut. Back to where we started. Switch hands, right hand off, thumbs down. Left leg goes back. Forward lunge, uppercut. Gloves on the left right now. I'm going to flip to forward lunge right, glove on the right. Side lunge right. To dragon lunge. To center. I'm going to flip so glove goes left, left leg forward lunge. Left leg side lunge. Left leg drag. Center. Switch to glove right, right leg forward lunge, back to the beginning again. To the reverse. Switch into squat, switch out of squat, left leg forward lunge. Switch into squat, switch out of squat, vertical mace, left hand off, uppercut, right leg back. Forward lunge uppercut. Switch hands, right hand off, left leg back. Forward lunge uppercut. Flip that mace for globe on the right, right leg forward lunge. Right leg side lunge. I hear the alarm. We'll just finish it out. Right leg dragon. Center. Flip mace. Left leg forward lunge. Left leg side lunge. Left leg dragon. All right, relax. Take a minute. Your little legs are on fire. We'll have time for like another 2-minute clip. Realistically, I won't shut it down. Wind, water, whatever you want there. Athletic greens. All right. Simple. Same deal. We're trying to move faster for the last 2 minutes. Even though the legs are tired, but intellectually now, the whole thing should come together quicker, in theory at least. So, 2 minutes, same flow. Let's go. Glove on the right. Right leg forward lunge. Flip it to right leg reverse lunge. Flip it into your squat, out of your squat. Left leg forward lunge. Left leg reverse lunge. Flip into and out of that squat. Vertical mace. Left hand comes off. Thumbs down grip. Right leg. Switch hand. Left leg. Glove on the right. Right leg forward lunge. Right leg side lunge. Right leg dragon lunge. Switch mace to left leg. Forward. Side. Dragon. Flip mace to right. Right leg forward lunge. Back to the beginning. Forward. To reverse. Flip into squat. Out of squat. Left leg forward. Into squat, out of squat, vertical mace, left hand off to the uppercuts, right leg back. Right hand, left leg. Glove on the right, right leg forward lunge, side lunge, dragon lunge. Flip it to left leg. Forward, side, dragon. Center, flip it to right, back to the beginning. Forward, reverse, squat. Left leg forward. Left leg back. Into squat. And out of squat. Vertical mace, left hand off, right leg back. Switch hands. Right hand off, left leg back. Glove on the right, right leg forward lunge. Side. To dragon. Flip it, left leg forward. The side. To dragon. Right. Oh, never mind. You're off the hook. How are those legs after that? Pull it up a little bit. All right, let me stop.